It's good to see you again. What we have here with problem number 23 is something called a system of equations. A system of equations is nothing more than a list of simultaneous equations whose solution is the set of values that satisfy all of the equations. In this problem, we have two equations with two variables, so the solution will be the x and y coordinates that make both equations true. There are several ways to solve such a system, but for today I'm going to use the elimination method. The first goal is to eliminate one of the variables by adding the two equations together. However, neither x nor y are eliminated this way if we try. So before we get started, we need to perform a row operation and multiply the first equation by 2 so that the coefficient of that x becomes -6. Once we do that, now we can try to combine the equations again, and look! The x has been eliminated! Now we have a linear equation that we can solve using properties of equality. Doing so yields a y value of 3. At this point we can move on because only answer choice B has a y value of 3. That being said, let's verify our choice by solving for x. To find the x coordinates, simply substitute 3 back into either of the original two equations. I'll choose the second one. After we use some properties of equality to solve 6x minus 3 equals -15, we can see that the x coordinate is -2. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
My cousin at that time, who was 3 years older, was in high school and was having considerable difficulty with his algebra and had a tutor, Chem. And I was allowed to sit in the corner while the tutor would try to teach my cousin algebra. And so problems like 2x plus, I said to my cousin that, I said, what are you trying to do? You know, I hear him talk about x. He said, well, you know, 2x plus 7 is equal to 15, he said, and you're trying to find out what x is. I said, you mean 4? He says, yeah, but you did it with arithmetic. You have to do it by algebra. And that's why my cousin was never able to do algebra, because he didn't understand how he was supposed to do it. There was no way. I learned algebra, fortunately, by not going to school, by knowing the whole idea was to find out what x was, and it didn't make any difference how you did it. There's no such a thing as you don't do it by arithmetic, you do it by algebra. That was a false thing that they had invented in school so that the children who have to study algebra can all pass it. They had invented a set of rules which, if you followed them without thinking, could produce the answer. Subtract 7 from both sides. If you have a multiplier, divide both sides by the multiplier, and so on. A series of steps by which you could get the answer if you didn't understand what you were trying to do.